long story short, yes, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is definitely worth the watch. The show isn't as good as WandaVision, but it's still a great show that, like WandaVision, made me care about these characters that I really didn't care about before. Before this show, the only reason I cared about Bucky was because I cared about Steve, and I just didn't care for Sam before. But with this show, we really get to see these two interact. The best parts of the show are when Bucky and Sam are just talking. The dialogue is written extremely well, and it makes their friendship believable. This is probably one of the reasons episode 5 is one of my favorite of the show, because a lot of that episode is just Sam and Bucky talking, and it's so wholesome and great. The dynamic these two have is just incredible. The writers completely nailed this. I also loved John Walker, until the finale, but this was great. His character was completely undone in the finale, and I just think that sucks because he had a lot of potential. Zemo's great and all. I think this wackier version of him made me like him more than I did in Civil War. Carly and the Flag Frickers are fine antagonists. Okay, I'm going to go into some spoiler stuff now. Alright, let's begin with the Flag Enthusiast Club. As I said, they're fine antagonists. I sympathized with Carly halfway through episode 4, but I didn't feel too much for her after that point. She just becomes a lunatic who reverts to killing people, but there's no real descent into it like Walker. It just sort of happens, which resulted in me not really feeling anything when she gets shot by Sharon. Speaking of that, I wish she was killed by Walker. Walker's turn to the dark side was so well done, and I really loved it. The symbolism behind the bloodied shield and Sam wiping off that blood because he knows that he's directly responsible for this gave me goosebumps. But now Walker saves a truck of people and is a hero. Walker should have walked up to Carly and gone, "Morgenthau!" And then an epic battle ensues and Walker ends up killing her the same way he killed that Flag dude, which in turn breaks the shield. And while he's doing this, Sam must choose between saving the previously mentioned truck of people or saving Carly. He tried to do both, but it's too late, and then he has to fight Walker. I think that would have been great to see. But anyways, I'm not very excited to see Walker as the US agent, unless he turns evil, but then it would be weird to have two descents into madness. The last big problem I have with the show is really just that I don't like Sharon, and the power broker twist is the most predictable crap ever. There's a lot of things that could have been done with her character, but she's barely in the show. It looks like she'll have a more prominent role in Season 2, though, so I won't complain. All I'll do is just wait and see. Everything else is absolutely great. The cinematography, the writing, the acting, the new Captain America suit, holy crap, it looks great. But my favorite part of this show are the personal conflicts of the characters and how they explore the blip. Everything that has to do with Sam's family and the boat sucks me in. It's a brilliantly written side story that I absolutely loved. Bucky and the old man, absolutely magnificent. I love how they don't really show us the man's reaction. It left me on the edge of my seat, about to cry. The Isaiah Bradley story is by far the best in the show, though. It touches on important social issues like racism, and the story of Isaiah itself is extremely sad. It put a huge smile on my face when Isaiah hugged Sam at the museum. So yeah, I really enjoyed The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It wasn't as good as WandaVision, but I still enjoyed it as much. 8 out of 10. Marvel is nailing their shows.